collectors and action figure fans, it's the one and only Octopotamus coming at you with another video review. If you're an old subscriber, thanks for coming back. If you're a new one, welcome. Before you leave, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and bell notification so that you get instant email notifications whenever I upload a new review. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the new Quantum Mechanics Witch King Q-Fig from Lord of the Rings. Huge thanks to the folks at Quantum Mechanics for making this review possible, as this guy I don't even think is out in stores yet. He will be coming fairly soon, so it's even more awesome that they sent this to me so that you guys can get an early look. For the package, you get that nice open window that allows you to see the figure from basically all angles. You got the Lord of the Rings logo on the front, the side, the Q-Fig logo right there. Awesome image of the Witch King. Come around to the back of the package, and you got a nice kind of full-scale image of the piece itself. Bottom section here has just warnings and things like that. Specifically that the figure's helmet has sharp points, so exercise caution when handling it because you don't want to stab yourself. And then you take a look at the top and you got some more little slits right here that allow you to see down inside the package. Old subscribers of mine will know that I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so this was a piece I was really very excited about. But for the packaging on him, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. And here we have the Witch King of Angmar opened up and out of his packaging. As I said, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and I am absolutely blown away by how this looks. The Witch King of Angmar was the leader of the Nazgul, who were basically the servants of Sauron. Also known as ring wraiths, they would seek out the various rings. Specifically, the One Ring. These guys were originally a race of men that, when given the rings of power initially, they succumbed to the power of them, essentially falling under the control of Sauron himself. And as I said, the Witch King here became the leader of them. And this is a gorgeous representation. Taking a look first at the base, you can see it's done in this kind of pebbly sort of look, which looks fantastic as well. Nice paint detail on there. You got a little orangish yellow ring around the edge, and then you come around to the bottom, you drop it. The bottom, obviously, the Lord of the Rings, Witch King, Q-Fig, New Line Cinema, all that kind of stuff. They got to put that on there, you know, it's all that fun, legal stuff. But a terrific piece. I know some fans and friends of mine are big fans as well, and this is definitely one that will look great with a Lord of the Rings display. This is going to go right there with my replica swords and everything. This looks simply stunning. You can see that he's in this reaching sort of pose. Great detail with the arm itself. You can see a lot of detail put into the glove, but he's reaching out as if he's reaching for the ring itself. And then all the sculpted detail with the cape is really impressive as well. You see some bits up here with the arm kind of flowing back, and then you've got all these tattered robes kind of coming away from the body all the way around. The layering on this is really very impressive. Taking a look at the other hand, you can see same gorgeous detail in it. This one, though, he's holding a sword, which is obviously lit ablaze with this real nice flame effect. The only thing I may change, if it was me, is make some of this a little bit more translucent. That would have looked pretty cool, but as it is, it still looks really nice, and a tremendous amount of paint detail that's still on there with some nice paint variation, giving a very nice flame sort of look. The helmet looks absolutely terrific. There are a lot of very pointy edges on here. A lot of the flame pieces are very pointy. The helmet is very pointy. You got a lot of those pointy structures around the outside of his helmet. So yeah, definitely be careful with this. This one right here really got me. That one's really sharp. But that helmet is gorgeous. I love the black void that they recreated here. And you can see that there is like material in there, but it still creates a gorgeous look of like a void there. Absolutely impressive. Gorgeous silver paint throughout the entire thing. But really what captures my eye is just the gorgeous detail with, like I said, the layering of the different fabric. Well, it's not actually fabric, but like the cape detail. I mean, that is absolutely gorgeous. So very impressive in terms of the overall design of this. I mean, even you got some different wraps and everything kind of around here with his head wraps itself that are flowing. I mean, just really dynamic looking, really is. Obviously, this is a vinyl material, so very similar to a lot of those super deformed sort of action figures and collectibles, but in a very cool dynamic pose that gives life to it. It's not just a static piece that just sits there. I mean, this has a cool presence to it. Even like when you take a look at the leg areas with the armor on his boots, gorgeous. Like I said, big Lord of the Rings fan here, and this guy nailed it. I do hope that they continue on with this. I know that they're on social media talking about other ones that they want to do and what you guys would like to see. I would love to see all of the Nazgul represented so that you can have that and then have a whole army of them behind there. Maybe slightly different looking, change it up a bit so that they're not all in the same pose. And maybe a couple larger ones on the horses that they rode. Terrific looking piece. As I said, this is absolutely going to go with my very expensive sword prop replicas and other replicas that I have from Lord of the Rings. This is going to look great with them. Tremendous quality, tremendous paint details, sculpt wise, all are on point with this. Their Q-Fig line is really absolutely stunning, and this is one I would absolutely recommend if you were a fan of the Tolkien universe. This is a great representation of the Witch King of Angmar. So all that being said, as I mentioned in the beginning part of this video, this guy is not quite out yet, but he will be shipping fairly soon. So to make it easy for you guys, I'll put links down in the video description where you can go to various places online and pick this guy up. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate your support if you would do one small thing for me. And that is just to simply hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture that takes a half a second to do really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. I'd also like to send a huge thank you if you made it all the way to the end of this review. Another way that you can really help support my channel is making sure that you watch the video all the way through. And if you did that, thank you. And again, a huge shout out to the folks over at QMX who have been a tremendous partner recently in helping to make a lot of these reviews possible. And finally, remember, grow wise, grow strong, but never grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.